Hey everyone, welcome to the video. Sorry about the audio, I forgot to record an intro. So today we're just going to talk about some Saints Row 5 news and looking at some tweets from Volition. They haven't hinted at much, sadly, because there's not much I can talk about, as I'll talk about later. But let's get into it. So this tweet's pretty basic, but a lot of people don't know this. The next game is not going to be a port or a remaster. That's not what they're working on. They don't work on these games. So anyone who thinks the new Volition game is going to be a Saints Row 2 remastered and you got your hopes up, they don't work on ports or remasters at all. They've never worked on one. So just understand that that's how clear it is. Stuff like the Nintendo Switch games and the Saints Row the 3rd Remastered were not made by Volition. So Volition are working on the game, but they're not working on any sort of remaster or ports. So stop asking them, because I had to go through their Twitter, and it was just them replying to them being like, guys, we don't make remasters. Stop asking us for Saints Row 2 Remastered. So everyone's looking for a Saints Row 5 trailer to be coming out soon, and I think it will come out soon. But here is a tweet telling them why there isn't one out now and why they can't give us more information, and it's because it's controlled by marketing. They don't have any control over when they can announce an next Saints Row game. It's all done by marketing, and they apparently just make the fun of the game. So I didn't know that, but apparently they can't even say anything about the game until they're allowed to, which makes sense, really. So, like, we're not going to see anything until the marketing team are ready, and who knows when that's going to be. So I won't get your hopes up for, like, anything soon, but I think we might get something soon, because it has been a while since some of these tweets were dug up. As you can see, this one's from the 20th of April. But yeah, Volition have no control over when it's released or announced or any sort of announcement trailers out. But they haven't officially announced the game either, so just be aware that once marketing says they can, that's when the game's going to be announced, not when Volition's ready. So right here's a tweet saying that they can't reveal any information about platforms, but I'm going to tell you what platforms it will most likely be on, okay? Because let's be real, it's pretty easy to guess. It'll probably be on PS4, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and the PS5. That's the consoles it will be on. I could maybe see us getting a Switch port down the line from a different publisher, but I really doubt it, and I think that's the consoles the game's going to be on. So just understand that that's pretty much it, even though they can't confirm it. I would highly, I'm 99% sure that's the platforms it'll be on. So if you have any of these, you should be okay. So as you can see here, this tweet just says that they're in development on the next Saints Row game. But have you noticed it's like not saying the next one in the franchise, the next one in the series? I think there's a chance that we could be getting a Saints Row prequel. I think that's a possibility. And it's something they wanted to do before, because the original pitch for Saints Row 2 was to go back to the 70s and like play out the storyline from there, and then you'd eventually in Saints Row 3 continue on from the boat mission from Saints Row 1. So that was the original plan, and I think we could definitely see something like that in the future. But at the same time, I kind of want a continuation because of where the Saints are right now. And the thing is, though, if they did the prequel thing, that would make sense in what they put underneath Saints Row 4's like text box. Because at the end of Saints Row 4, it was like the game that ends the franchise off and leaves the Saints at where they're at, which makes sense. But a prequel wouldn't be showing any sort of new ending. It would be the same ending, but with a prequel below it. So I think that could be a thing we might see. And finally, let's talk about the development time, how long the game has been in development. It has been in development for 3.5 years, 3.5 years. That's crazy. They can't respond to, like, whether it will come out with between 5 and 2 years. 5 months and 2 years, sorry. But I think it will, let's be honest. But 3.5 years is a long time spent on a game. I think it's the most time they've ever spent on a Saints Row game. So I'm hoping this one will be good. It came out at the end of Agents of Mayhem, so we could be seeing some tie-ins there, because if you think about it, if the Agents of Mayhem game came out, they didn't know how it was going to do. So they might have put some things in and hints from that game into the new game. But yeah, it's been working for 3.5 years, so I think we'll probably see it this year, like at least an announcement for it, for sure, towards maybe like September is when I'd guess. But who knows? That's all I'm going to show you, though. There's not too much on the Twitter because they're very locked down because of apparently the marketing. But those are the things I picked out and I thought were like interesting to kind of speak about. I'm not really sure what this video even is. I don't know what I'm even going to title it because I didn't really tell you when the game's going to come out. I've just given you like hints, but I'm just going to call it information on Saints Row 5. There we go. That's what I'll call it. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Goodbye.
A lot worse. If Matt gets the Decker Usenet plugged into its central power grid, trust me, it's bad.
So how do we nail the Deckers?
If I could worm into their mainframe, I'd do all sorts of naughty things. But I don't have the gear for that.
What would you need?
Something like this.